on my belt. It might get a little shaky, but I want to go and see what's going on. No crime tape. We have a small group, one-armed policeman. There's led by Westley Chun. This is any words for the people here?
You have to stay away 5 feet.
They're putting tags on. I see Trish Morikawa on the other side. We have the plant that was tagged that you may have seen a photograph of is being held and cared for, so will not be confiscated.
We have a slightly interesting situation here.
Yeah, what's up?
We have an elderly woman who came to stay at the camp.
Yeah.
And she's handicapped, disabled,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
She's in her tent right now, right?
Yeah.
You'll notice that the other tents have been tagged.
Yeah.
But that tent, as far as I can tell so far, has not been tagged.
Oh, okay.
And so maybe it's because she's in the tent. Or
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, at any rate.
Anyway, she's keeping Trish busy on the telephone right
That's
now.
good. That's good. Trish is actually doing something
She's
for her
doing
mirror.
something here.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a point. That's a point for Trish. Well, they're not confiscating anything. I'm thinking of sounding the injustice alert, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. Is this an injustice? They're just being idiots right now.
It might be a low intelligence alert.
I think right now it's just not taking.
Yeah.
This is just dumb.
I'm going to try and put this on my belt.
Wiener view.
Wiener cam.
The Wiener cam. So I can get some high reso shots here. I apologize. I'm operating with another camera on my one hand. I got a bullhorn in the other, but I'm thinking since they're not ceasing that.
This is what we pay for. I bought some stuff in the store today to help pay for these guys to do this. Crazy the system they got for me. Whatever I need brings whatever I don't need.
No crime tape today. It's like
Right now they're just shopping.
this is the shopping trip. This is a famous, what I call the bus stop. I call it the bus stop chair. The bus stop desk, soon to be made famous in the short art film Samanica Nation. This is the actual Samanica Nation bus stop desk. I'm going to zoom out on my other camera. If you're following on live stream, you're on what's called Wiener View because it's Wiener View. I'm live streaming from Belt Cliff. Only 2 armed police and 3 city crew, 1 Westley Chun Now, Trish Morikawa is over on that side. She appears to be actually helping homeless elderly females. So we're gonna be okay with her right now. I think I saw her pass by. I think she's got a blue Jeep. I think she passed by.
Bling off your shiny gun right in your eye.
Right?
So Westley Chun is now making another little big site.
Tagging expressive content. Tagging expressive content right there on camera. Very good.
Whoa. What's that? No, that's the deer park. I
didn't get a number.
That one's not a park. Yeah. No, but that one's
Get a tag number, because those are important.
They gotta jump stuff in that.
Well, here's the number.
For more than 24 hours.
These started.
Hey, that's mine right there.
These started from one.
Freedom of speech.
These started from one.
Does it say white man in a chair?
They're at the window to hell. The city is one of the most prolific collectors of art from the art collectors here. Here they are appreciating the art. They're peering into
How many times have you done that?
I don't know the official title of that piece of art, but I always called it the window to hell.
The windows of hell?
Yeah.
So here's one of our occupiers.
You see yourself in that deer right now? No?
I guess it's been dubbed the window to hell.
And it depends who's looking into it.
What is going on with the city? It keeps crashing.
We're
gonna have to try and piece these together. It keeps crashing.
Oh man, let's see if I'm up. Sorry. Oh, I'm still up. Maybe I'll live stream. This is Westley Chun tagging the window to hell. It's off my belt cam. Sorry if you were getting weird views. I got a bullhorn and another camera here, so it might be too much. Maybe I should just, if I can handle two things, but not necessarily three. Here are expressive material. They're looking at garbage here. This is, if you're watching from the mainland, this is part of Mayor Carlisle's War on the Poor and Peaceful, the armed war on the poor and peaceful. So these tags mean they'll be back tomorrow with equipment. They wanted to see this is Westley Chun. He makes $112,000 as a cabinet position director of facilities maintenance that fixes potholes and things. Why is he one of the generals on the war on the poor and peaceful? the armed war on the poor and peaceful. You can see armed officers here. And that's a good question. We're heading over to the Victoria Street side, maybe. Here's a cart. Now, let me point out that people without private residences live in public. Those who live in public, have no right to private property, private possession. There has been some pressure by groups like the ACLU against this kind of action. That might be why they didn't use crime tape, or else I think they might have figured that they were attracting too much attention with the use of crime tape. At either rate, private possessions here, a bag of what is that? Jacket. Looks like a jacket, I said. You can't keep a jacket on public property. If you have no private residence, you must live in public. You must live in public without private possessions that allow you to live. Required for the acts of living. Google that up. Acts of living. That's what's being prevented here. On Mayor Carlisle's war on the poor and peaceful, the armed war on the poor and peaceful. Behind, if you're viewing this from the mainland, the continental United States, we're at very historic Thomas Square, where sovereignty was returned to the Hawaiian people by Admiral Thomas in 1843, July 31st. You can see on the officer's badge the Splintered Paddle, which is
still going for sure?
Yep.
Because they're saying you got knocked out too.
I got 13 minutes and 11 seconds.
Well, they said right on there, both of us got knocked out the last time I got knocked out?
Yeah.
It was at the same time.
Well, that's cool.
Well, I have Andy checking again.
Okay. Got two live streamers here. That's why we have two viewpoints. This is documentation. I'd like to. Oh, you can't get by Westley Chun, boy. He's sharp. The man has a PhD in engineering. That's when this kind of stuff pays off. When you have a war against the poor, when you have a war against the peaceful, you need a PhD kind of guy in engineering that can spot a bag of personal possessions in the tree, which is illegal. Those without private residences must live in public, but without private possession.
Well, the thing here is you have that item that's sitting there, but you got all the items out there, and they didn't do nothing to them. I don't see them handing them tickets. I saw them talk to them.
Well, that's good.
I didn't see them write anything to them. So if they're going to write, this anonymous stuff sitting around, then why are they still be out there in the park? What's the difference?
I think from here they're going to go to Bishop Street and start making seizures at the bank from the real criminals, the people that cause people to be homeless. So we're going to follow that as they march down Bishop Street and enter First Hawaiian Bank, Bank of Hawaii, Central Pacific. They got a $135 million bailout at our expense. Of course, I'm kidding. They're not going there. They're too powerful. Let's have a war against poor people. Okay, they're spending a lot of time on this one because it's up high. They're drawing straws to see who's going to try and climb up there. That's correct. And he does have a PhD in engineering. How would an engineer do this? That's the question.
This is how the engineer does it. He
Whoa.
places his hands on the item.
Without gloves.
He
That's
wraps.
daring.
He wraps.
That's really
Universal
great.
precaution. Seriously, we don't want you getting sick, Westley.
Okay, now they're going off to the Victoria Street side. Let's harass the poor people. This might call for an injustice alert.
No, I was watching the news, and then did you see the news reporting Wednesday?
Okay, I might put this back on my belt. I'm putting this back on my belt. I might issue an injustice alert here. What do you think? Is that worth it?
They stickered that mural or whatever of that woman.
Yeah.
What point does that for construction of property?
Sorry, you're back on my belt cap. Injustice alert. Mayor Carlisle's war on the poor and the peaceful continues, with armed men coming to seize the property of those that have the least. Led by Westley Chun, Cabinet Post, Director of Facilities Maintenance. $112,000 a year. He lives on a private residence. It's 52,000 square feet of stolen Hawaiian land in Nuuanu. What does he do for a living? He steals from the poor. He raids the peaceful with armed force. It's an injustice. Injustice alert. Injustice alert. The war on the poor. It's a war on the peaceful. It's an armed war. They're seizing possessions from those who have the least. Those who have the most are seizing from those who have the least. Injustice. And it's illegal. How is this different from theft? It's theft by the rich against the poor. Injustice. Illegal. It also violates the Kanawai Mamalahoe, the law of the Splintered Paddle, which allows people to be undisturbed by the side of the road.
People and property, actually. The pension's property, too.
And it does.
The
Splintered Paddle is on the emblem of every single Honolulu police officer. They are violating the law that is on their emblem. The law of the Splintered Paddle. I encourage everyone to look it up. It's on the internet. It's at Wiki. It's in the Constitution of the state of Hawaii. Hawaii State Constitution. So are laws against theft. So are laws against using armed force, against threatening with weapons. All these laws are being violated here. It's Mayor Carlisle's war against the poor. It's Mayor Carlisle's war against the peaceful. The armed war against the poor. The Fourth Amendment of the United States gives us the right against unreasonable search and seizure, which is happening here, by the most highly paid city workers, cabinet position workers, seizing people's clothes, all the possessions needed for the acts of living. Google that term, acts of living. They are protected by armed men. 4 city workers protected by 3 armed police officers, so that they may do what's illegal and immoral. The war against the poor, the war against the peaceful. It's an armed war. And they're discussing where to go next. Where can they go to seize more from the poor? Maybe there are other peaceful people who are protesting that they can harass. Injustice alert. You are witnessing crimes and injustice committed by the Honolulu Police Department and the Department of Facilities Maintenance and the Office of Housing. Created and run by prosecutors, not by people that know anything about housing. $112,000 a year this PhD gets to harass the poor, to harass the peaceful protesters, to seize property from those who have the least. And now they're going off to another place that has homeless people that they can harass.
Trish, we'll follow you guys.
Everyone follows Trish. She's the coordinator of the Office of Housing, but actually a prosecutor that causes houselessness by seizing the material for the acts of living from those that are poor. Good job, guys.
Well, hopefully, Trish called earlier and he come through in the next 90 days. It's impossible to get sorted out.
Okay, I'm taking this back off. Okay, it's off my belt cam. I don't know if you got any kind of anything here, but that's them. So, guaranteed they'll be here again tomorrow with crime tape and a bunch of trucks. So, I'm going to go talk to these guys on Victoria Street, and I'm going to cut my edit right here. It's part of the documentation. No crime tape today. Join us tomorrow about the same time. They're bound to come back with trucks and whatnot. That's the way Ordinance 11-029 is